The Roman elite enjoyed lavish lifestyles, which included sumptuous meals, luxurious clothing and jewelry, and grand houses with sprawling gardens. Their bedrooms, though hidden from public view, were no exception. These intimate spaces were sanctuaries where the wealthy Romans could indulge in the finer things in life, from silk sheets to silver perfume burners. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll take you on a journey through time to explore what the bedrooms of rich Roman women might have looked like. We'll delve into the fascinating world of ancient Roman luxury and uncover the secrets these bedrooms held. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the mysteries of the bedroom together. When it comes to the subject of sex, the Romans weren't bashful about it. In fact, they embraced it openly and encouraged it among their populace. For the upper-class ladies, however, there was a clear division between appropriate and inappropriate sexual behavior. While it was common for men to have mistresses or engage in casual flings, women were expected to remain faithful to their husbands. However, this doesn't mean that the Roman elite women were entirely innocent, because there are accounts of some of them having secret lovers. It was just that they had to be very discreet about it, unlike the male counterpart. As you can imagine, a lot of perfumes and cosmetics were used to seduce and please one's partner. You know, just like nowadays, every woman wants to look and smell her best when she's getting cozy with her significant other. The rooms were decorated to set the mood, complete with scented lamps and pillows made of exotic materials like purple linen. Some women even went as far as painting their genitals with aromatic oils and herbs to enhance the sensory experience during intimacy. Now that's something I don't think many people would want to try. Imagine the smell of lavender mixed with the aroma of fresh herbs. It must have been quite an experience. It is interesting to note that the Romans believed that certain scents could ward off evil spirits and bring good luck. This is why they often infused their bedrooms with the fragrance of cinnamon, frankincense, and myrrh. They believed that these scents could protect them from evil spirits and bring good fortune to their love lives. So you could say that the Romans were not only trying to create a sensual atmosphere in their bedrooms, but also a spiritually charged one. Speaking of baths, the Roman elite women were known for their love of bathing. In fact, bathing was such a big deal that they would hold bath parties, where they would invite their friends over to socialize while they bathed together. But when it came to choosing a bathing companion, there was a clear line they didn't want to cross. Even though same-sex relationships were accepted in ancient Rome, the upper-class women never took it further than a kiss. It was considered improper and scandalous for women to engage in sexual relations with other women. This was especially true for married women, who were expected to remain faithful to their husbands. While the elite women may have refrained from physical intimacy with other women, it was not uncommon for them to form deep emotional bonds with their female companions. These relationships were based on mutual trust, affection, and shared interests and were an integral part of their social lives. The concept of female friendship was highly valued in Roman culture and was seen as an essential aspect of a well-rounded and cultured woman's life. The walls of the bedroom were adorned with beautiful artwork and decorations that depicted scenes from Roman mythology, nature, and everyday life. The paintings and decorations served not only as a form of decoration, but also as a way to express the homeowner's wealth and sophistication. The artwork was often done in fresco, a technique that involved painting on wet plaster, which allowed for large-scale murals that were both colorful and detailed. In addition to the artwork, the walls may have also been decorated with mirrors, which were typically made of polished metal and framed in silver or ivory. Mirrors were not only used for vanity, but also served a practical function, as lighting was often dim in the interior spaces. The mirrors would reflect the light from candles or oil lamps, making the room feel brighter and more inviting. The beds themselves were typically made of wood and were often intricately carved. They were usually placed against one wall with the headboard featuring a decorative design. The mattresses were made of wool or linen and were sometimes stuffed with feathers or down for added comfort. The bedding was often made of linen or cotton and was changed frequently to maintain hygiene. Overall, the bedrooms of the Roman elite were designed to be not only comfortable and functional, but also visually appealing and symbolic of the homeowner's status and sophistication. The furniture in the bedrooms of the Roman elite was not only functional, but also served as a reflection of their wealth and power. The chairs and couches were typically made of wood and were upholstered in leather or textiles such as linen or wool. The textiles were often richly colored and featured intricate patterns and designs, while the frames were carved with decorative motifs. In addition to chairs and couches, the bedrooms may have also contained other types of furniture, such as chests of drawers, which were used for storing clothes and valuables. These chests were often made of wood or metal, and were decorated with scenes from Roman mythology or nature. The bedrooms of the Roman elite were also equipped with lamps and candlesticks, which were used for lighting during the evening hours. These were often made of silver, bronze, or crystal, and were decorated with elaborate designs. Apart from that, they also loved to decorate their houses with statues. The statues were typically made of marble or bronze and depicted gods, goddesses, and other figures from Roman mythology. They were also used to represent abstract concepts such as beauty and victory. The statues were often placed on pedestals or in niches in the walls and were carefully positioned to create a sense of balance and harmony in the room. You see, for the Roman elite, decorating their homes with statues was a way to display their wealth and power. Statues were expensive to produce and transport, and only the wealthy could afford to adorn their homes with them. Moreover, the statues were not only symbols of wealth, but also represented the Romans' obsession with immortality. Many of the statues depicted gods and goddesses who were immortal, and the wealthy Romans believed that by surrounding themselves with images of immortality, they too could achieve a form of immortality. Interestingly, the choice of statue also revealed a lot about the personality of the homeowner. For example, a statue of Minerva, the goddess of wisdom and warfare, might have been chosen by a wealthy Roman man who was looking to project an image of intelligence and power. On the other hand, a statue of Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, might have been chosen by a woman who wanted to emphasize her feminine charm and allure. Overall, the bedrooms of the Roman elite were not only places of rest and relaxation, but also a reflection of their wealth, power, and values. The furniture and decorations were carefully chosen to create a sense of luxury and sophistication, while also conveying the homeowner's status and personality. The bedrooms of the Roman elite were not just a place to sleep, they were a reflection of the owner's wealth, power, and status in society. The rooms were filled with luxurious items such as gold and silver decorated furniture, silk bedding, and intricately designed statues. These items were not only meant to be functional, but also served as a way to display their wealth and taste. For instance, the elite class would use gold and silver decorated furniture not only because it was beautiful, but also because it was a symbol of their wealth. Similarly, they would use silk bedding because it was a rare and expensive commodity that was not available to the general public. These items were not just for their personal enjoyment, they were also a way to show off their wealth to anyone who entered their home. It was common for the elite class to have their furniture and other belongings marked with their family crest or monogram. This was a way to identify their possessions and prevent them from being taken or used by others. The elite class also employed servants who would take care of their belongings and make sure that they were always displayed properly. The bedrooms of the elite class were also a reflection of their interests and hobbies. For instance, a wealthy woman who enjoyed reading would likely have a bedroom filled with books and writing implements. A man who enjoyed hunting would likely have his bedroom decorated with trophies from his hunts. These items were not only a reflection of their interests, but also a way to personalize their living spaces and make them more comfortable. In conclusion, the bedrooms of the Roman elite were not just places to sleep, but a reflection of their wealth, power, and status in society. The rooms were filled with luxurious items that were not only functional, but also served as a way to display their wealth and taste. Whether it was the intricate furniture or the valuable artwork, every item in the room was carefully selected to make a statement and convey the homeowner's importance. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more historical tales. Don't forget to share this video with your history enthusiast friends.